Me, I knew Messi was going to win, sha.
And I was ready to win.
Every time I remember a lot of people in the house, I have like negative feelings.
So if you look at it and say, okay, fine, as me and Bbnaija be like this now, people are saying, you know,
there might even be
and there's money to be made from that. Exactly.
I need a man now.
I want to have a kid like this year if I can.
Guys, this interview with Bbnaija Eat Girls cracked me the hell up. I cannot even lie. I have been watching this interview on Bounce Radio on YouTube, and it was so interesting. A lot of things were discussed here. Some things that were discussed I don't agree with. I'm going to discuss it here. Some things that were also discussed, I was even surprised at the information I was getting, especially when they talked about like them being marriageable. It was up until now that I realized that in the history of Bbnaija, for the ladies, only two Bbnaija housemates have been married. Kafi and Bam Bam, only two of them. And when you start to hear the reasons they've not, like, or how they think about marriage, you'll be amazed. I'm telling you. See, we're going to have an interesting ride here. I promise you will enjoy it. Cross your leg. Let's start gisting. What happened? What didn't happen? So first of all, let me tell you ladies that were there. So it was Mercy, Bisola, Ceec, Alex, Dorothy, Tacha, Erica, and Tboss. Let's get to the juices. The first one is, why is it that Mercy has only been the only female winner?
Me, I knew Messi was going to win, sha. With all the people that were up.
And I was ready to win.
And Bisola said something. Bisola was like that because a lot of times it's the females that vote. And just by nature and order of things here, females are attracted to guys. So females like kind of obviously will vote the guys. You get me? Yeah. And so that is majorly why. But that in Mercy's case, it was a case where people had just decided that, you know what, boom, we're going to vote a girl. And Dorothy came and said, nah, she doesn't really agree, because she kind of felt like for Mercy's set, there was no stronger contender. They were saying no, but Mike was stronger. Ha 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 ha. What do you think? Why do you think females have not won Bbnaija like as much as or as many times as the guys have won? What I would say is, I don't think it's a female and male thing. Yeah, I think it's a what are you doing? Do you get me? Like your personality, how are you pushing? There are ladies that watching the show, they felt like they were going to win. Before I start talking, subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, now let's continue. Sissy, for example, you can argue if you want to argue, yeah, but there was something Sissy did at the last week of her stay. You see that outburst she went on with Toby, that affected her vote a lot. If that outburst had not happened, it would have been very possible that Sissy would have won, because she was really, really close. You get me? Take Erica for example. If like Erica and Lakon were there last week, yeah, Lakers fans would have gingered though. But I knew that Erica would have, if not won, maybe be very close. Yeah, so I feel like, I don't think it's a sex thing. I think it's, are you strong? Have we tried you week on week, week on week, week on week? Have you proven to be strong? Guys have pure strategy. Look at White Money. White Money was on strategy from the first day. He knew what he wanted. So that's what I think. And they kind of said that is because Mike was married, that he stayed in the house longer.
Like Mike was amazing, but the fact that he was married took a little bit away from
Mike being married was the reason he stayed that far.
But I've seen Nii be married and leave maybe on the first week or second week. You get me? I think it was more than marriage for Mike. I think Mike was married, yeah, didn't hide it, which we're happy about, liked that he was married, owned it. That's true, yeah. But I also think that Mike had such a strong personality. He wasn't boring, he was interesting. Like, he was a married man who was really fun, ready to go with the vibe, flowing with everybody, and could stand up for himself. Mike was the only person who would tell Tacha, man, see, this is your attitude. Like, he was the only person who would look at her and talk to her, and I think those things helped here. But comparing Mike to Mercy, nah, there was no way. It could have been maybe because it was I just got back or whatever, but Mike and Mercy, now Mercy had to win. So that's what I think. But what do you think about it? Do you agree with me or Bisola or Dorothy? Please talk to me in the comment section, my darling. Erica Erica talked about if she was not on her set or her season, she would have been in Mercy and Tacha's season. And this is why she said it.
Because they were not passive aggressive like my season.
You say what?
Oh, you guys were all passive aggressive.
What were you?
People don't like somebody, or people don't like something that happened. Nobody will talk. They will just go and gossip. And when you come, they will give you
And you feel like they did that more?
weird energy. This season, they were so expressive. They will fight. It's better to fight and be friends 2 minutes later than for people to.
right.
Yeah, like you must be feeling weird. But I hated being in the house. Like it made me anxious. Every time I remember a lot of people in the house, I have like negative feelings.
And you know, I can't lie, hearing what you just said and casting my mind back to like her time in the house. Now I see, yeah man, it must have been very tough for her because Erica's kind of drama was so crazy. I mean, it was drama that got out of the house. She was so crazy, yeah. But I understand when she says that Mercy and Tacha's season, yeah, if they were going to fight, they were going to fight. If Tacha had issues with Ceec, she would call it out. It would be an outburst, but it will be over. Everybody knows that, okay, it's better that we fight and then we reconcile than to act like we're not fighting, but then we know that the negative and like energy is negative. I totally get her. And it really must have been tough for her. I mean, did you hear when she said that now, if she thinks about some housemates now, she has this, you know, negative feeling towards them. I totally understand that. The next one now is fan beef. Now this is now the big one that we have to talk about. We all know how fans pitch housemates against housemates, but then Ceec and Bisola started to open my mind to something. The fact that two housemates living the house can totally agree to play with fans' narrative, even though they are good outside, like outside here. But they will now say, okay, fans think that we're not talking about, hey, let's now play, let's now act like we're really quarreling, so that they can get fame and popularity and brands will work with them.
There's money to be made. So if you look at it and say, okay, fine, as me and Bisola be like this now, people are saying, you know,
There might even be
and there's money to be made from that. Exactly.
There's money to be made.
You don't think it's disgusting?
It's business.
Okay.
The rivalry breeds more popularity. The popularity is what the brands want.
Bisola kind of tried to give me one logical reason. Oh, not everybody that goes to the house know what they want because they're trying to discover themselves. They can follow fans to do their fight so that when the fight is, basically as they're fighting, brands are looking at them and it's controversy. And they kept talking about this 1 year. Ceec was like, because you know that 1 year you have to really make your money so you can play into the narrative. And you know what I would say is, I would like to know that person who played into that narrative. I want to now see the person's life now. Like I want to see that person or those people who acted like, oh, let's form like we are fighting. As fans are saying is, you get me? I want to see what your life is like now. Tacha did not buy it at all. Mercy did not buy it at all. And I liked that fact. You get me? But I'm just looking like, really though, how do you want to build your whole personality and brand out of anger and fight and negativity? Are you serious? That's mad. After 1 year and 2 years, what's their life like now? Because how can you be feeding off fight and beef and you're trying to make sense out of it because you want to make money? Brands are going for the controversial people. Better think of way to build your brand and build yourself. In fact, before you go into the house, please know what you're going to the house to do. Don't go into that house and not have any clue as to what to do, because like you're killing yourself, man. Anyways, let's move next to the Bbnaija fame. So Alex really wanted the fame to leave her alone. This is now the serious part here, because Alex said a lot of things like this.
Like
You wanted to leave.
I wanted everything to go. I want to say I want to do this thing for myself. But after Big Brother, it was like, your opinion does not even count, first of all, because I watched you for 30 days. I'm probably smiling because I'm happy, but you've seen that my smile somewhere. That smile was the smile that you gave when Nina said this. You're not happy. No matter how I tried to convince you that I am happy, I am not happy to you. I had a manager that would, when we go for events, she would be like, oh, so other housemates are sitting here. Go and sit there with them. Your clothes must be fine, and I'm begging. Please, I do not want this kind of life.
I mean, imagine. Yeah, because you kind of feel like you really don't have a say for yourself anymore. Fans are telling you exactly what to do. Even I Omi or DK, don't think I can survive with people telling me what to do. Like, do this, don't do that, stand here, don't stand there. Nah, bro. I mean, look at management who would even sit down and be eating, and then you're doing the work, and then because they're your manager, quote unquote, they now go and get the deals and they now come and chop your percentage. That's crazy. But to think Alex really wanted the fame of her. Now listen, Ebuka also talked about the fact that Alex said, and she agreed to it, that she went into the house for just the vibe, for just the chill. You get me? Like, if you go into the house without knowing exactly what you want to do, it will tell at the end of the day. Imagine her now not wanting the fame to leave her alone. Please, if you know anybody that, if you know your brother and sister that wants to go into the house, it has to be a very reasonable reason. Like, forget all this glitz and glam and followers and fan. That's the worst. Going to the house of fan gifts. Have you guys heard that Emmanuel has apologized finally? But not Emmanuel today. Let's get to the next topic, my darling. The belief that Big Brother is for women and not for men. This one I think is a very interesting topic, right? Because they kind of try to break things down. But I love what Messi said. Listen, Messi was like, see, that in fact, I think I have to play some clips of what Messi said because it was so strong.
Ebuka, see, that perception is not true. I will use myself as an example. When I came out, what actually pushed me to be this person and this hardworking woman? Because when I went for my interviews, the only thing I get from those interviews is like, there's a lifespan for housemates, for female is 1 year. Like, I keep hearing that and like, oh, so after this thing now, I will fade away. Like, and then they tell you, see this winner, see this person, see this, how, like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, God forbid, I won't be like this person. Why? And I say to myself, there's no gender based on this thing. If I'm gonna be great, I will be great. I will work my ass off to not be included in this kind of people. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to be like, at least when you mention my name, you say, oh, she's a hardworking girl. Sometimes I travel, the day I come back, I'm on the set.
Do you guys hear? I always say, no matter how anybody tries to tell me, oh, no, I say that Messi is one person who, like, we have to give Messi her flowers. It's not easy. Do you know how many seasons ago Messi, aka, if she drops a picture right now, she's buzzing. Her contents are buzzing. She's still signing deals now. Definitely she's a hardworking girl. Obviously she is, and I really respect that. Then Tacha now gave a point and said that, see, if you go into the house and you think like, oh man, you're a Big Brother person, you don't have to work hard. Well, guess what, that's like the more reason why you should work harder than somebody who did not go into the house. And I totally agree, because I'm already hardworking right now. Imagine now when, like, you have people looking at you, you have markets to sell, like you have people who are market ready, like your followers who are willing to buy what you get me just to support you. You have brands looking at you. Honey, if I yes, I know push myself so well. Erica and Dorothy made a very valid point. They said it's because women, like, there are things that are easier to sell on women. I mean, look at it. The beauty industry is big. Hair gummy, skincare, waist trainer, all those things. Even though we kind of diss them, like, they're only waist trainer ambassadors, but guess what? It's giving them millions and millions and millions of naira. So that's why it feels like the women are kind of more successful, because there are more brands that are going to them. What do you think? Do you agree? Now, the crux of the matter was like, Ebuka was like, Dorothy, what do you think about the fact that people think that ladies go into that house just to sell themselves? And Dorothy said, see,
On a platform where everybody sees me, is there a particular male that takes interest in me and says, oh, I like her personality, I like how intentional she is, I want to be about her, I like her? I'm not gonna deny that. Yes, like, don't take it for.
And you know, it's true though. It's a big platform now. It comes with different things. You will see your spec that will like you, that will watch you, that is rich, that will want to spend on you. Yeah, man. And let me tell you something. Putting yourself out there opens you to opportunities. I know that one for a fact. If people just see you and like something about you, they can bless you without even strafing you or doing anything to you. Like, they can really bless you. But what do you think? Do you think, okay, Omino is Elijah, they are proper, you get me, Olosho, okay, no, bruh, Rose girls, you get me, they are proper glam, okay, let's use that word, glamour girls, you know, that are going to the house just to sell themselves? And if you have proof, don't come and blame someone that you're not sure of. You get me? Talk to me in the comment section, my darling. Anyways, let's go to now the sweet one, the marriage material. Amazingly, only Kathy and Bam Bam have been married from the ladies. The guys, some have married, but from the ladies, yeah, only 2 ladies out of between, you know how many years, how many ladies, why? A lot of narratives though. Tboss was like, see, her own story was, before she got into the house, she broke up with her partner, went into the house, came outside and reconciled with the partner, but then people like gist to make the partner insecure to the point where they broke up. If we see her with any guy, gist, maybe that's her new man, do you get me? And so that was like one reason the man got tired. He could say, okay, 1 person, 2 people, but like a lot of guys came to her like in thousands, you get me? And so the partner really got insecure and moved. Dorothy now said something. I want you to answer that men are controlling. Men like women that they can control. The fact that a woman doesn't come to meet the man and say money for her, money for this, money for that, you get me? The man like is not like he wants you to come and meet him, you know, for that kind of a thing. I don't necessarily agree. I think like there are different men in the world, and I think like you should pick the one that suits you. Do you get me? Because I'm not in Bbnaija, I've never been there, but I don't think I can do a controlling man. Yeah, it's nice for my man to make my hair sometimes, but if I want to do something that Omi or DK wants to do, I'll do it. And I'm married, and before I got married, I do not lack guys. I had boyfriends in my life, you get me? And I know that sometimes I can be strong with my opinion, but like I had boyfriends. So I don't think men want to be controlling. Maybe the men that she meets, maybe, but what do you think? Do you think maybe that's why? Ceec actually made a very dope point. Ceec was like that, leaving the house right now, it makes them more selective. Normally people that they would have dated before, they aren't dating them now. Do you get me? Now that one I totally agree, because right now you're now like one big celebrity. You kind of want to pick, you get me, a guy that fits the status. And I agree. I can imagine if I had gone to the house before I got married, I probably, even though I love my husband, I love him right now, I probably would have come outside and be shy. And especially when you leave the house and men are on your case, you get me? Like it might affect you if we're being really truthful. But what do you think? Do you agree or do you not agree? And then Bisola went hysterical, guys.
All my life I've been carrying responsibility on my head, and I say that I'm tired. I need a man now.
Sometimes I play like how Bisola is playing in my stories, and I'm like, oh, like I can't wait to do this with like somebody's son. I'm giving clues. Don't think I'm joking. You know what I mean? To be honest, honestly,
when we see those videos and you're like, carry me the gold, you know, carry me the gold. I'm giving clues. You always feel like, you have so many men flocking around. No, I'm a hardworking. My leg is still fresh. I have a 30-year-old daughter. She's brilliant. Yes. I will give you good children. My love, I'm hardworking. I can work for the both of us. As long as you are good.
Another reason why I think I want to get into that.
My dear, come forward. I will show you what I'm made up of. I am a fun-loving woman. You see this thing, they can see shit. My dear, come on over. Come on over, baby. Let us make 1 or 2 things together. You know what? We can even do 2 for the price of 1. We can do twins for 1.
I want to have a kid like this year if I can. Yeah, I actually.
It's not easy like that.
I know, right?
Tweets on Instagram.
But however it is, do you get what I mean?
She is 36 years and she needs a man. Tboss said something. Tboss was like, what Bisola is saying, it might be funny or whatever, but it's true, man. Like, age is really, like, you get me? She's 36. It might get scary for her. At this point in time, I just pray. I literally pray for Bisola that she finds a man in Jesus' name, amen, because she seems like she really needs a man. Guys, this interview was fun. It's a 2-hour interview. This is just me breaking it down. But if you want to watch the full one, I'll put the link down below in the description box below. You get me here. But what do you guys have to say? Please talk to me in the comment section, my darling. I saw my last video, somebody said, oh, me, why aren't you showing your face now? I said, because I've told you guys, if you guys don't know, if you want to see my face going, okay, not going forward, for this time that we're in right now, yeah, check my vlog channel out now. I actually just dropped a vlog. I've been going out a lot and having fun and eating food and laughing a lot, and I'm vlogging it, you get me? I dropped a video. Let me tell you the title of the video, Vibes and Chill, because I was only made for enjoyment. I promise you, you will enjoy every minute of that vlog. I'll put a link to that vlog down below. You will see my face, you will see that I'm happy. Please check it out, go and watch it, you'll love it, I'm telling you. I also have a channel where we have real talk as to how to live right in this day and age and how to be successful, because in everything I say, success is a must. It's a must for me, Sha. How can we be successful in today's day and age and not do like dirty dealings? We're discussing the answers here on my channel called Pennie Wyz. I'll put a link to one Pennie Wyz video down below. Go and click it and watch it. I love you with all my heart. You mean so much to me. You really do, Bye bye.